Jim kind of asked this as well. You obviously love to win 2-0 last week, but knowing the outcome now, is there some benefit to playing a one and done a week early?
Yeah, I think so. Like you mentioned, obviously we wish we would have closed it out in 2, but the opportunity to get to play another game and have to perform with your backs against the wall a little bit is again something that we can kind of lean on and look back to as we get into kind of these one and done scenarios now the rest of the way.
How do you like where you're positioned going into the weekend?
Yeah, good. There was a chance we could have gotten to 2. That last kind of over our last 4 games of the regular season, but we split with St. Cloud there and kind of let that one slip away. But again, it's an opportunity to play against top teams in the country, and us being one of them. And so, you get to this point in the year, and it's really about executing at a high level when the puck is dropped, and that's always exciting as a coach to see if your team is ready for that.
Do you change the philosophy with the group going into these single eliminations and knowing that after this week it's going to be more of the same, could even be the same teams down the road to get what you really were on?
Yeah. I mean, we don't really talk about kind of the following week and whatnot. Like, there's an opportunity here for us to win a final Faceoff championship. And obviously you got to take care of business Friday and then do it again Saturday against the 2 top teams in the country. But the last time we won it was in 2023, and when you have an opportunity to hang a banner, it's something that our players come back 10, 20 years down the road and see that and know that they were a part of it. So really the focus simply is on Friday night here for us.
But I mean, the coaching now, when it gets to single elimination, do you change what you're driving home with the players, knowing that it's that scenario, or
Sure.
you just try to let off because they know enough pressure's on them already, you don't need to turn it up?
Yeah, I mean, so much of it is about us and just our identity and how we want to play and being hard to play against, and all the things that we've been building up until this point. And so now it's just a reminder, but as a coach, you can have a little impact on the game, but man, you can have a lot more impact if you're a player. And so it's about them executing at a high level each and every shift, not taking any shortcuts, taking strides off, and executing at a high level.
Has the gap narrowed at all between Ohio State, Wisconsin, and the field?
Yeah, I mean, you look at our series with our 2 series against Ohio State. We've lost 2 close ones. We've beaten them and tied. So Wisconsin's the cream of the crop. I mean, they've lost 1 game all year, and they have an incredible amount of talent. But you get into these 1-game shots, and anything can happen. And I know our team is confident against anybody we play.
When you face Ohio State, what do you expect from them, and what is a key to try to get on the winning side of that thing?
Well, they're extremely aggressive. They're hard on pucks. They play well as a team. They really want to force you into turning pucks over, so they can get their chances. They're good on the power play, and when we've had success against them, we've actually dictated play instead of reacting to them, and so a lot of teams will react, and as soon as you're doing that, it becomes really, really tough. And so, again, we know who they are and what they're about, but we need to get to our game as quickly as possible and force them to react to us a little bit too.
What can you say about the job Nadine's done?
She's done a great job. There's no doubt. She really built her team kind of through the transfer portal around COVID time, and has had a ton of success doing that. And now she's got some of her own recruits in there too. But to be over the last 4 years, I think, to be one of the top 2, 3 teams, 4 teams in the country is pretty good.
Maybe too good a job from your perspective?
I like the job we're doing too. So when Muzzy was with me and she was applying for that job, I had told her it's a sleeping giant. I mean, you're right there by your big time football school, Big Ten school, and you're real close to Ontario and Canada there, where you can draw a lot of players from. So I'm not surprised that she's done a good job.
What did you see in her as a hire?
She's very passionate. Her team honestly plays kind of to her identity and her personality. At times she's kind of in your face appropriately and hard worker, hard on pucks as a player. She loved to score goals, and so it's been fun to kind of see her lead that group in Ohio State and really bring them from kind of middle of the pack in the WCHA towards the top.
Heading up to Duluth in this situation where now it's win or you're done. Last week you had that opportunity where you could come back, get the job done. How much does that change your mindset going into these games and from here on out after this weekend going to the NCAAs?
Yeah, I feel like now, like, as a team at least, it's like nothing else matters. Like your individual, whatever, goals, points, like nothing else matters besides like if the team gets a goal. Like everyone's so excited. So I think that's what I'm most excited about. Like everyone's so excited for this time of year. This is the reason why we play. So I wouldn't say the mindset really changes, but just more of a team shift to the focus, you know what I'm saying?
How do you feel like where you're positioned with the opponent and where you are in the bracket?
Yeah, I feel like Ohio should be a good one. They're a gritty team and very hardworking team, so I think it'll be a good test for us at this point of the year.
What do you see when you play those guys? What kind of style do they have, and what do you guys need to do to be successful?
I feel like, from my point of view, they're one of the most aggressive teams in the WCHA for sure, probably in the country. So just knowing they're going to come at you hard, whether that's making little passes around them or just beating them with your speed, just being ready for that, kind of combating that.
This is basically like a mini Frozen Four.
Yeah.
So you got 3 teams ranked 1, 2, 3, and I think 5 is the other. So this is basically what you're going to see going forward. So it's almost a luxury, right? I mean, you played them all during the regular season, you know what everybody's like, but there shouldn't be anything that's going to surprise you guys moving forward from here, correct?
Yeah, and that's kind of what's nice about it. Like, I mean, everyone does pre-scout, everyone watches film on other teams, so it's like we all know each other really well at this point. So yeah, it kind of makes it more fun too, just kind of being preparing in a different way against each team and just knowing what you're about to go against.
Do you think the gap is narrowed between Wisconsin and Ohio State and everybody else?
Oh, can you repeat that? Sorry.
Do you feel like the gap is narrowed between Wisconsin and Ohio State and everybody else in the field?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of camaraderie, like with everybody. Wisconsin's obviously a very, very talented team. Same with Ohio, but I don't know. I don't really know what the point or where everybody's at this point of the year, but I think it'll be really fun this weekend to kind of feel out the waters and see where everybody's at.
How much confidence do you take from what you guys did last week? You were up against it, you knew you had to win to get there, and you came out, you put 5 on the board, and then second period you kind of just said, okay, this is enough of this, and took control. Yeah,
that was really fun to see. Obviously, we had lost that second game and had to go into the third game on Sunday. But it was super fun and just a good test for the team to be able to know that we can perform like that under pressure and really put teams away. So I think it was a good test for us.